Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Sonic the Hedgehog 2. This is the bonus video of the game. So first thing I'm doing is going to the options. Now, you've seen this once before, and this is where you can choose if you want to play as Sonic Tails, Sonic alone, Tails alone. This is how I play through it, as Tails through the whole game. Versus mode is something I want to be able to show off, but I'm by myself, and I don't really have anyone who lives close by who can help me out with this one, but you can change the items that you can get in versus mode. You can have all kinds of items, teleportation only, and that's really it. But the big thing here is the sound test. Sound tests were pretty much there by default with a good amount of the Sonic games, especially if you knew their hidden options. They were always there. But what I'm going to do is show off the codes I used throughout the playthrough. This is how I continued off from where I left in the level select codes. So, first code you want to enter for level select starts with songs 19. Then you want to go to 65. Then 9. And 17. I went too far. You get the ring chime, that lets you know the sound select is activated. Now, if you noticed with this level select code, it's actually a date. It's September 17th, 1965. I can't remember what importance that is, but I think it has something to do with Sega's founding? Don't quote me on that. If you're curious, I encourage you to research it yourself and see what it actually is for, but it is a specific date. So, hit start on sound test, and you can go back to the main menu. And then when you're back here, hold the A button, B button, whatever button it is farthest to the left, and press start. And that brings you to the level select, where you can select from any levels. And you can see the sound test is still in here too, remembering exactly where I left off. Now, the one that my family had a lot of fun with was Supersonic. We have beaten the special stages legitimately in the past, but honestly, playing through so many half-pipe stages gets boring after a while, so when we learned we can just enter the Supersonic code to have all the emeralds from the get-go, that's exactly what we did. And... what? Hold up. I think this website I'm using is a little finicky. It's saying that the Supersonic code is the same as the level select. Is it really? Now I'm curious. I have to... this one's just for my curiosity. Let's see. It probably isn't. I remember it being something else, but I'm curious. Curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back. Nope, didn't think so. So yeah, this website's a little wonky. Anyways, the code I want to use is... that's the sound we want to hear. So that means Supersonic has already been activated. And then, the last one, which I always have fun with, is debug mode. So debug mode is another date, and this one is actually the release date of Sonic 2. So we want to type in 1992, 1 November 4 November 24th, 1992. The North American debut, I believe, of Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Don't quote me on that, it's been a long time. I do know it came out around that time. So, why don't we step in? Hold the A button and press start for debug mode. We have it, and it's working. And because I have Tails AI, I don't have to worry about the sprite overload. I can just mash Tails with rings. And he just collects them. So this is a fun little exploit I used to use as a kid all the time, just because it was so much fun and I love messing around with debug mode. So you can easily give yourselves extra lives doing this. But the reason I have that many rings is because when you jump up in the air with 50 rings or more, this was the introduction of Supersonic. And yeah, he's broken. He's fast, he's powerful, he's everything. And it's got a catchy theme song, honestly. This is one of the best Supersonic theme songs that I've always enjoyed. But it lets you run around, and it's great. And lets you beat the stage in less than a minute. Then again, you can always beat the stage in less than a minute. And there's that continue I was talking about in the last video. Now, say you don't want to play Emerald Hill over and over and over and over again. Because you have the level select code activated, if you pause the game and hit the A button on the Genesis controller, it takes you back to the title screen, where you can hold the A button, press start, and choose again. Now, I am curious as something, and I want to see if this works. Because knowing me, it probably won't. Ah, yeah, it does. So because Tails isn't here at the end, because he's flying the tornado, you won't have Tails even if you select Sonic and Tails. So you are going to have to play to the strengths available to you. But I always liked doing this because it was fun, and it's the easiest way to show you guys the best ending. So come on in, change to Supersonic, melt Silver Sonic, because you are pretty much invulnerable. Down goes Silver Sonic. Then go after Robotnik, who that fat man can run. And as long as you don't get squished, is a cakewalk with Supersonic. Now I never do finish him off in the first run, but honestly, that's it. This makes it a cakewalk to do, and I didn't want to cheese it. I wanted to show I can still do it legitimately. But yeah, I do actually want to attempt to show off two-player mode. I might just have controllers sit in the port and see if that works. So while this runs the Supersonic ending, I'm gonna plug in a controller, so you're probably gonna hear some rattling in the background from me. We'll see if it registered the second controller when I plugged it in. But yeah, like, Sonic flies alongside the tornado instead of being on it. It kinda... meh? I'm kinda meh towards this ending. But yeah. So we have to run through the credits again, so I'll sit here and wait, and then I'll cut this for you guys. See you in a bit! Alright, back at the title screen after watching the credits, so let's see if I can get two-player mode to work here. So, two-player versus... Hey! It works! So you get 4 stages to choose from: Emerald Hill, Mystic Cave, and Casino Night, as well as the special stage. So these are actually the full-length stages. They aren't cut in half. The only drawback you have is it's split screen. So it's all squishy. But yeah, it's just you as Sonic, your friend as Sonic and Tails, running through the stages and messing with each other. You You can get random abilities from the monitors, and just run your way through. I got Robotnik, which won't affect me at all because I'm invulnerable again. But yeah, you just race through the stages. Whoever knows the routes the best will make it to the end first. That was another Robotnik, which didn't affect me. Oh, I got an extra life for Tails. But yeah, it's just whoever gets to the end, and then the second player has a minute to do the same. So let me grab the controller and see how far I can get within that minute. Oh wow, this is the 6-button controller, and man does it feel different. That's interesting. You get checkpoints as well. I'm just running through the same path I ran, so let's see how well that goes. Probably won't make it there in time, but we'll see. Oh no, I made it. Ta-da! And then it shows you your score ranking at the end. So there is always a possibility that if you are playing just as well as your rival, you could end up winning even if you don't make it to the finish line first. You can see how they tally the score. Like, they base it on your actual score of points, your time, your ring count, total ring count, and how many item boxes you break. So it's actually a fun little mode. And then special stage is literally just a competition of who can collect the most rings. It's really enjoyable. And it even leads into Act 2, which I'm not going to worry about. But that does it for pretty much everything. I could plug in Sonic and Knuckles to show off Knuckles and Sonic 2, but honestly, I consider that a whole different game mode, and I think I want to encourage you guys to play it for yourselves, because you're running through the exact same Sonic 2 stages, it's just you're playing with Knuckles having his glide, climb, and his weaker jump. So it gives you a bit of a hard mode to the game. But that does it for everything to show off in Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this Let's Play as much as I enjoyed doing it, because, oh my goodness, this was definitely a different experience with the way I was clipping through things. And my own stupidity as well. So, I hope you guys enjoyed, and this is Autumn Child saying I'll see you all next time with my next Let's Play. Later, everyone!